Get show.
I got the watch you wanted me. Oh my gosh, are you seriously doing this again? Didn't we do this?
I'm trying to get the power back from the microwave that I put into it to use it for something else.
Okay.
So you got the watch I told you to bring?
Yeah.
Great, great. Now, I need you to hold it near the microwave.
Get? What are you doing?
Just trust me on this, okay?
This kinda hurts.
Okay, we're almost through it. Now, all you have to do is just wait. There might be a tiny bit of an impact, just a little bit of one. Okay, so there was a little more of an impact than I thought. Well, no, that wasn't too bad, was it? What?
What the hell was that?
Okay, teleport to your room.
So you're not just gonna explain to me what just happened? What you just did to the watch? And me?
Well, to make a long story short, I installed something pretty advanced in your watch. Go ahead and tap the Crash Bandicoot thing to activate it. Continue.
Whoa. Get what? I'm just gonna stop questioning. I'll just wait and see what happens.
Hello there, Daniel Get over here. Or as Mr. Gibson likes to call you, Dan.
Hey.
Forgive me if I stutter. I am still booting up. Thanks to Gideot, or as you call him, Git, I can help you find video games and review them for the way to defeat the other person that you are trying to defeat.
Remember, he's still booting up, so he doesn't know what he's talking about yet, officially.
Though for me to officially work, you will have to play a certain pair of games that are on Nintendo's GameBoy Advance.
Okay, what do I have to play?
Play the first two Crash Bandicoot games that were released for the GBA.
Oh, well, kind of a change, but okay.
It is because of this Crash Bandicoot watch that Mr. Gibson used to boot me up.
Could you please just call me Garrett Super Hyper Omega Window?
Okay, as long as you refer to me as Show.
Okay, ladies, let's move this along. Let me go ahead and do my information stuff. As most of you who clicked on this video probably know by now, after the release of Crash Bash, Crash Bandicoot would be going on to the next generation of game systems, but he was no longer with just PlayStation. Though before the Wrath of Cortex was ported both to the Xbox and GameCube, there was a certain Game Boy Advance game that was released, and the very next year, another one was released. Those are the games I'll be talking about today. Do these portable Crash games still hold up pretty well today? Well, I guess we'll see. Using the Game Boy Player. First off, we have Crash Bandicoot, The Huge Adventure. It's on a small system. It's called The Huge Adventure. Well, the music seems happy enough. Okay, now it's starting to get repetitive. On a mysterious space station orbiting high above the Earth. You mean the Cortex Vortex? That's pretty much what it is. Come on, guys, do your history. Though it's kind of strange that it's there, considering it was destroyed at the end of Crash 2.
Gosh dang it. Cortex, remind me why I keep you around. You have failed me one too many times. What, were you trying to imitate his voice?
No, Git, I just kind of felt like using that voice.
Well, sorry, you know, it was hard to tell.
I believe the two of you are using sarcasm
Yeah,
to
thank you,
insult
sir.
each other.
Yeah, this scene wasn't ripped right out of Crash Warped or anything. Chill there, guys. I know this is exciting, but let's calm down here. So apparently the story is Cortex is planning on shrinking the Earth to the size of a grapefruit or something, and which includes Crash. Oh, I get it now. It's shrunk and it's on a smaller system, but it's a huge adventure. I get it. Well, hey, this is kind of a boring hub world. Yeah, this feels pretty good. Feels like Crash. All the familiar Crash stuff is here, like boxes and enemies and jumping and spinning and all that stuff. Even the bonus levels are here. You know, where most portable games that try to be like their console counterparts do a pretty crafty job at it due to limitations, this one did pretty well. But part of the reason it works on a portable system is because there were moments in the console crashes where it would become a side-scroller somewhat. And, well, in the case of this game, it's almost completely a side-scroller. Though it's obviously not without its flaws. Obviously, you don't want a game being too repetitive, so you might change up the gameplay a little bit, though it only works if the game is still fun that way. Parts like this aren't too bad, but it's still not too fun either. It looks pretty good for what they could do on the GameBoy Advance, but it's still really not all that fun. And of course, of all things they had to get from Crash 3, they put the underwater levels on here too. Which is obviously worse on here considering it's the GameBoy Advance controls. Again though, not horrible, just not very fun either. And then there's the jetpack levels. Oh boy, the jetpack levels. It's like they took all the bad parts of the jetpack levels in Crash 2 and combined them with all the bad parts of the plane levels in Crash 3, and this is what you get, a really big level.
If I could make a suggestion, Dan.
Well, what is it?
Maybe you could cut down on the profanity.
Cut down on the profanity?
It is because MBBG somehow gains more power from the use of offensive language. Not from him, but from gamers such as yourself.
Wait, seriously? That's a little bit strange.
Yeah, I've never really heard of that. Oh, you're right. I mean, not that, rep. I didn't mean to do that.
However, words such as crap, piss, saying something sucks, and the occasional use of the word ass or ass have little to no effect.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
As
It's generally PG stuff. Now, we've made the audience wait long enough, so let's move on.
Going back to the regular levels, these are pretty well set up, and look pretty familiar. A little too familiar. These levels are pretty much redone versions of other levels from Crash 2 and 3. That can be a little good and a little bad. It's good because you're introducing some familiar stuff to ones who might not be too familiar with it, like ones who didn't grow up with the original trilogy. But it would have been a little nice to see some more originality. I mean, yeah, they're set up more original, but it still kind of feels like Crash 2 and 3 just on the GameBoy Advance. But the positive outweighs the negative. The first couple of bosses are okay, though a little bit slow and tedious. Actually, let me rephrase that. Dingodile and Tiny Tiger are pretty good. Or, well, you know, not too bad. But the one we've all been waiting for, Engine, which is a jetpack level, except in boss form. Yeah!
Go to hell!
Spoiler warning.
Hey, wait a minute, that's my shtick. And it goes, spoiler crap or whatever.
After getting through all the levels, Crash confronts Cortex finally. Though I'm not really sure why they're both the same size. I mean, didn't Crash shrink? Did Cortex shrink too, or did Crash grow? I have no idea. The battle's a little challenging, you just gotta get Cortex to shrink these Chaos Emeralds gems down. After defeating him, Cortex's plans are foiled and Crash flies off and the Earth is, well, back to normal. For now. I only got a few of the gems, so I never really completed this game before. But I'll go ahead and show you what the last boss looks like. You know, it's not too bad. It's probably.
Holy crap! Oh god, that's disturbing.
I'm sick. Well, that was quite the exciting, huge adventure. But let's see how the second one did. Crash Bandicoot 2, N-Tranced. Huh.
There's that good old Crash theme.
I missed hearing that. I wish it was in the previous game.
Wait, what? It was.
Deep in the heart of hyperspace.
Oh my god. That incompetent Neo
Cortex. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna explain the story. Too many words. After Cortex's failure in the huge adventure, Uka Uka goes to Dr. Nefarious Tropy to come up with a new plan to defeat Crash. After going through part of a tutorial level, Coco and Crunch get captured by Dr. Nefarious Tropy and some new egg dude named N-Trance. After those cutscenes, you go back to the tutorial level. I'll just go ahead and say I'd be repeating myself if I talk about the graphics. They're about the same as a huge adventure. Uh-oh, looks like Crash is about to be captured by N-Tropy. I guess this game is a prison escape in which Crash... After capturing all the Bandicoots except Crash, N-Trance puts him in a trance. Hypnotizes him. So these are the bosses. Oh, spoiler. This hub world's a little more interesting than the previous one. Huh. Well, they improved something. Look at those water graphics. What is this, a Square Enix game? Also, it's nice to see something a little more original. I mean, sure, it's kind of the same concept as this, but in terms of the theme, it's a little more original. The regular level themes in this game are also a little more like Crash 2 and 3, except it has more Crash 3 levels than 2. Again though, the level setup is more original, just not the theme. Oh hey look, it's another level that's original. Gee, this looks pretty familiar. Yeah, these levels aren't too fun, and it's not really that original. And if you're using a GameBoy Advance to play this, it's, well, a nice way of putting it is it's really difficult. But most of the other levels are fun enough to get past those levels. But the regular levels also change up enough to, you know, not feel the same. Whoops. Now to look at the bosses. First we have Evil Crunch. Which is a little strange considering he was already evil in this one, or hypnotized, so we're just doing this again. Well, it's just a carpet ride while you're facing a really pathetic boss. I mean, I get that it's the first boss, but come on now, one more challenge wouldn't hurt anything. And there he goes. Wait, why is his outfit like a really dark blue? Or black? It was just like purple or blue or something right here, and what does that mean? It's like shut down or there's no more power to it? I have no idea, I think I'm looking too far into this. Up next we have Evil Coco. Crash has to fight his sister. In this fight, Crash uses his helicopter pack thing that's in a few of these levels. This fight isn't too bad when you get used to it, but it's so slow. Though it's not too bad.
I don't think that's a real word in binary.
Up next we have... wait a minute. I should probably mention these levels. These are the Coco levels. Believe it or not, it's not as bad as the jetpack levels from Crash the Huge Adventure, but it's still not too fun. Especially when you try to get every box. I don't think Coco has the slightest idea what's going on. Probably not getting enough oxygen in the suit. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, these are the Crunch levels. They just replaced Crash with Crunch in a green thing. How fun. Anyway, the next boss is Fake Crash. And suddenly he's wearing green pants. This fight can be a little challenging because you have to get Fake Crash to run into hazards, and that's how you damage him. And he copies every one of your moves, so you just have to do it at the right time. Kinda like what just happened here. N-Trance, you blundering idiot. That was not Crash. It was some sorta fake Crash. Well, he makes a good point. And finally, here's N-Trance. I'll use this N-Trance.
Boo.
That was a terrible pun.
This fight can be pretty challenging, until you know what to do. And he's actually a bit bigger than I thought he would be. And of course, this boss doesn't just have like 3 or 4 hit points, because this is only his first form. This part, half the time, can be easy but also frustrating. And of course, when you die, you have to start the whole fight over, which can be irritating. Dang it, where is he? I gotta knock him into the... Oh, he just went over there himself. Okay. Well, that's it. I beat the game, right? Not 100%. Can you guess who's next?
Well, that one was a little better. In fact, I think I'm going to try to actually 100% this one, just to show you all what it's like.
After getting all these little hidden colored things, and obviously getting all the gems, you go to these secret levels, which I completely forgot to get clips of. Oh well. It's not a very creative portal, but okay. Now, you would think that with my experience with Crash 3, playing it a lot, and, you know, facing Entropy in that one, I would be used to something like this, and it wouldn't be too bad. Trust me, this is a lot harder than it looks. I mean, you better know the patterns. You had better know them. Because this is really hard, and you will die a lot if you don't know the pattern. And of course, he doesn't just have 3, he has a total of 9 in 3 different areas, which gets really annoying.
9 what?
Hit points. Did I not say that? Come on, I've done this before. I gotta get through this. I gotta win this. I gotta show the audience the ending. Ah! Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Come on, don't. Oh my gosh. You gotta make it this time. You gotta make it this time. Come on. Come on. You gotta make it
Come on, you gotta win. Come on. Come on. God bless it. You know what, guys? It's on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube. Just watch the ending there if you want to do it. Or play the game yourself. Same goes for the other one. Ah! Despite my anger, though, these games are actually pretty good. I like the second one a little more than the first one. But I mean, you know, they're still pretty good games for, you know, GBA Crash Bandicoot games. I mean, they honestly feel like the original PlayStation games, just in 2D. So, I'd say they're pretty good.
Yeah, show turned out to be pretty handy.
Yeah, you're right, Git. This will watch could come in handy. So, thanks for all the warnings and stuff.
You gotta activate it, you know.
Thanks for all the warnings and stuff, and you're pretty handy.
It is my duty to help you and get out. Because, I mean, that is why I was created.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can get past my bad British accent and stuttering so that we can be prepared for whenever MBG tries to attack you and get.
Whatever that means. I guess we get used to this guy, guys. I don't know how to end it. You know, Git? I'm just gonna go for a walk outside in the sunshine. Because I don't know how to end the episode properly.
Okay, then I guess I'll stop the camera here.
Crash Bandicoot The Huge Adventure gets an 80 out of 100, and Crash Bandicoot 2 N-Tranced gets an 82 out of 100. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen who watched this video. And, oh, I should probably mention, I forgot to say a couple things about the games. They both have power-ups you can unlock, which are pretty cool, and the music is pretty nice too. I guess that covers it. So anyway, if you'd like to see more of these videos, go ahead and subscribe. Any Dang It Show episodes, or any of the Entitled Team videos in general, or as recently updated, my Danny Ben S video thing. I wonder if this is going to be aged because well anyway, go ahead and click on these videos if you want to see more videos that I've done. And yeah, and I also hope you like Show. I'm sure you couldn't guess who the voice actor was. Anyway, so how's life, guys?
Okay, you better quit now before you know.
Okay, I got it.
The great outdoors. Wait a minute.